It's a new week of Nightwave intermission. There are some new missions, which means, hey, it's time for a new tutorial.
What's on your mind, dreamers?
So, for this week, they've introduced a new mission called Feed the Beast, where it says you have to feed the Helminth any resource, and you might be looking up this video because you have no idea what this is. Now, currently this is bugged, I think, where it only gives 1,500 standing. I think it's supposed to be 4,500, like all the other normal weeklies. And, when this has happened in the past, this has been retroactively fixed. So even if it doesn't work right now, you can still do it, and you're gonna get the Nightwave points once they fix it. They're gonna go in and fix that. So, what is this? Well, the Helminth... The Helminth, it is a part of your ship. It's this weird infested room right here. Now, normally you can only access it when you have like one of those infested boils on your neck. And otherwise that door is locked. And back here, look at him. Oh, he's so gross. Feed me, Seymour. And you have to sit down in the chair and you have to feed him resources. But you can't do that yet. If you're looking up this video, you can't do that yet. And that is because you are missing a segment of your ship called the Helminth segment. Now, this is actually a pretty cool thing to get, so if you don't have it, you absolutely should try to go for it and try to get it. The reason for that is because the Helminth system, as it's called, is a way to replace Warframe abilities. You can take a Warframe ability that you don't like on the Warframe that you have, and you can swap it out for a different ability. And hey, I don't know if you know this, but my channel here, this channel, 2-star players, yeah, I am primarily most known as a Warframe content creator for making Helminth build guides. Just showing people what are some good abilities to replace on different Warframes and what could you use instead to make your Warframe stronger, stuff like that. I have tons of videos like that. So go check them out if that sounds interesting. For example here, like my Equinox, I replaced one of the abilities with one of Hildren's abilities to shore up some weaknesses, stuff like that. So that's what you can do with the Helminth if you have it. So how do you get it? Because you have to get it first before you can feed it, right? Well, starting off, we have to go to Deimos and to Necrolisk, the third open world in the game, the infested open world. So this is where you gotta go. Now, once you're in here in Necrolisk, in this sort of like infested Orokin thingy-majiggy, you have to go to Sun. Oh yeah, by the way, if you haven't done this yet, you have to do like a quest called Heart of Deimos to get access to all of these family members in this open world and the whole shebang. But once you have all that, you can go visit Sun over here. He is the guy who does the conservation thing, where you have to hunt animals and collect animal tags and give to him. And he has a store. You can browse his wares over here. And he sells the Helminth segment. That is correct. So he sells the segment that you need to buy to install into your orbiter to get access to the Helminth system. In order to get the Helminth segment, you need to be rank 3 with the Entrati syndicate that you have here on Deimos. So in order to get to rank 3 in this syndicate, you have to rank up. The fastest way of doing that is to do bounties, just like in the other open worlds. If you run a bunch of bounties here, you can collect a bunch of like mother tokens. You take your mother tokens, you go over to grandmother, and you trade those for standing. And then you can rank up in the syndicate. So you gotta get to rank 3 associate. In order to be able to rank up, you need not only standing, but you need some other resources as well that you get from fishing and mining and conservation, stuff like that. So it's standard open world stuff. So let's switch to solo so I don't interrupt anyone else's fun time out in the open world. Now this is pretty standard stuff, right? With the fishing and the mining and the conservation and the whatnots. First up, the fishing. You just gotta go to this goo here. There's a special fishing rod that you have to buy here from Daughter, who is the fishing person here on Deimos. And you have fish that show up like this, see? And this particular fishing spear can go right through this goo in the water. So you can fish out here in the open, you can fish in caves, different fish in different spots. And just do that for a while and you'll have like you'll get the resources that you need for ranking up. That is just, you know, take your fish, go over to Daughter, disassemble it. Number 2, conservation. You're gonna need some of these boys, some velocipods. I actually think it's the purple ones that you need for ranking up. So you just, you know, pull out your trank rifle and start tranking velocipods. You know, shouldn't be too hard to hit them. You just stay in one spot.
I'm sure this one put up a fight.
Indeed.
Well done for bringing it in alive.
And obviously, if you don't know that already, your trank rifle is something that you can get from Fortuna. Go and talk to the business. He will sell you a trank rifle. Now, you don't need just these velocipods. You also need another thing that you can hunt for called a common avichea. You're gonna need that to rank up with the Entrati Syndicate. It's a flying bird. They're kind of a struggle to hunt down. But you don't have to, like, sort of get the tags or, like, get the lures or whatever and find these. You can just fly around here on Deimos if you have, like, an Archwing. You can use your trank rifle, pull it out. It's gonna, like, give you some nice beeps if you hear if there's, like, something trankable nearby. And then you sort of have to you know, look around and find it. So I usually just, like, you know, zoom around the edges of the map, looking for some flying bird-like things that I can trank. Aha! Now, this isn't exactly what I'm after. This here Cryptilex. But hey, it is something you can trank. And there we go. These are the ones you're looking for. The common avicheas. Oh, god damn it. Now, I think I wasn't stealthy at all. So these particular ones might have flown away from me. Which means I failed to catch them. But that's okay. It's not gonna take you all that long to find more of them. So just, you know, zoom around. Be a bit smarter than I was, you know, in this particular round. Be a bit stealthy. Capture your avicheas. And then you can, you know, rank up with the Entrati Syndicate. And finally, you gotta do some mining. Now, for that, just, you know, bring out your mining tools. The best one is the Sunpoint Plasma Drill. You get that one in Fortuna. Purchase it from Smokefinger in Fortuna. It lets you know when you're close. Got them nice beeps. And it'll also show you these little reticules when there's, like, stuff that you can mine. And, you know, hey, do the little mining minigame, right? Let go of the mouse at the exact right moment when you're inside of the thing. And ka-chink. And you need, like, is it called, like, a Adramolite? I don't know. You have to craft something called Adramol Alloy, I think. So that's Otak. Otak is the mining vendor in Necrolisk. So just talk to him and get your oopsie, your you know, your mining recipes. Yeah. And that's pretty much all you're gonna need in order to rank up with the Entrati. Now, the question is, can you do this in a week? or when you watch this video in like 5 days, 4 days, or whatever. It's doable, but it's gonna be pretty hard. It's doable in a week, but pretty hard. But keep in mind, even if you don't do it in time, you can restore old bounties that you didn't finish. If you just do all of next week's bounties, it's gonna bring back the bounties you didn't do this week. So you can actually complete this later. You don't have to kill yourself over it. You can just grind away at it over time. Because, hey, this is stuff you should be doing anyway, because the Helminth system is great, and it opens up a lot of fun gameplay stuff. So, once you have your stuff, you go to daughter. You cut the fish. You select all and you cut it. And like if you've caught the right fish, it's gonna give you the stuff you need. I think saturated muscle mass is one of the things you need. You also need some sort of spine segment that you get from some other fish.
I wouldn't think you could fit that long until next time.
That's one. Then when you do your bounties with mother, you can then go to grandmother. With grandmother,
Shall we?
you can trade the mother tokens that you get for doing bounties for Entrati standing.
Maybe later.
You also have to buy some weapon blueprints, stuff like that you need to level up. Those you buy from father.
Always good to see you, Ayatan.
You need stuff for the Keratinos. I think you need like a Keratinos blade and a Keratinos gauntlet, stuff like that. Purchase that with some Entrati standing. It doesn't cost a whole lot.
Okay, maybe not today.
And then you can level up with the family.
Keep safe.
Once you're level 3, you can buy the Helminth segment. And the Helminth segment also has to be crafted. Oh, and it costs like 15,000 standing. Ugh. So yeah, here, you need like Adremal alloy and some purple Velocipod tag, stuff like that. But you can craft it, and then you can install it into your orbiter. So, that's the prerequisite for doing this. That is all the stuff you need to do before you have access to your Helminth system, so that you can feed resources to your Helminth system. Now, this is how the Helminth system works. You have to farm for like a second Warframe, so that you can donate it to the Helminth system. So I have my Equinox here, but I farmed for a second Equinox so that I could donate that Equinox to the Helminth. And once you've donated a Warframe to the Helminth, it's called subsuming it, right? Once you've done that, you have access to that ability that you can then infuse into other Warframes. So you can donate a Limbo, and then, hey, you can give other Warframes Banish. You can subsume an Inaros. Now you can give other Warframes Desiccation, stuff like that. Which is cool. And the way to do this is, it costs resources. It costs a ton of resources. So this is like a huge resource sink for endgame players to infuse abilities. And once you've done that, your Helminth is gonna get hungry. He's gonna need to stack up on his stuff again. And that's where you have the option to feed him. He has these different categories of stuff, and all the categories require different resources to refill them. So the lowest one I have here right now is one called Bile, so we can refill that one. You go to the Bile category and be like, hey, what can I feed you to restore your bile? Oh, look, I can feed him some argon crystals. Yeah, okay, let's do that. And once you've fed him everything that you want to feed him, you just go back, and then you have to confirm that you are in fact feeding him. And that's it. Challenge completed. I have fed the Helminth a resource. That's how that works.
Words coming in of so many of you being your best selves.
So that was
is just beside herself with admiration.
That was a lot of talking, just to show you how to do something very simple, but there are a lot of prerequisites for this. Like I said, it might seem like a huge daunting task to do all of this to get access to the Helminth system, but hey, it is super worth it once you have it, you can start checking out my Helminth build guides. Hey, maybe I've already made a video where I had some cool ideas for stuff that I could do, or that you can do with your favorite Warframe, right? Maybe you like playing Saren. Hey, I got some Helminth build guides for Saren. Maybe you like playing Garuda. Hey, I got Helminth build guides for her too.
I've been thinking, Operator.
So, you know,
I thought you'd want to know.
check that out, if that floats your boat. But for now, that's how you do this quest. Now you know. So, hey, get to it. Chop chop.